For the first time, Fortune magazine is ranking companies not by the dollars they make, but the good they're doing. Fortune is revealing its Change the World list. Here on CBS This Morning, 50 companies are rated.
Coming in third, Toyota for creating cars designed to lower emissions. In second place, Google for products that expand knowledge. And number one, Vodafone and Safaricom. They took a mobile money platform to people without access to traditional banking services. Fortune editor Leigh Gallagher is here. Leigh, good morning. Tell us about this list. Why create it and what are the criteria?
Well, we noticed a big shift in terms of, capitalism, which is so under attack these days. Look at Bernie Sanders or Pope Francis rallying people. But if you look at what business has been doing over the past 5-10 years, there has been a shift to what people call conscious capitalism or compassionate capitalism, caring capitalism, whatever it is. Companies are starting to forge ahead and really try to solve the world's problems. So this is not philanthropy. This is not corporate social responsibility. These are companies that, as part of their profit-making ventures, are having a tremendous impact on the world and making a better place. We're not saying that all these companies are descended from angels. We're not saying they're 100% gold, but they are having a measurable effect on making the world better.
What it underlines for me is the potential of corporations because of the resources they have, both financial and human, to make a difference. That's
absolutely right. And if you look at it now, especially at a time when governments are stymied, especially here in the U.S., society is kind of divided, and business does have the resources, absolutely, especially now.
This is a passion of Larry Page at Google.
Yes, absolutely. Google is on the list at number 2 for a reason, and one of the reasons is that, it's unlocked information to the whole world. It's changed how we get information, how we look for information, how academics collaborate, how people translate things. But also, Larry Page, as you mentioned, he's also trying to make humans live longer and deliver Wi-Fi to the world with balloons and all these sort of shoot-the-moon things that actually don't make money.
And you've had some companies on the list that had kerfluffles lately, like Toyota with their recall, Whole Foods charged with overcharging customers. How did those two make the list?
Sure, absolutely. Well, in Toyota's case, Toyota in 1997 introduced the first large-scale hybrid vehicle in the Prius that was designed and planned to help reduce our massive emissions problem. And now it's 40% of the market. So that, for a while it was really the hot car that everyone drove in Hollywood. It really and everywhere. And so that had a measurable impact on the world. Yes, it fumbled with recalls. Yes, it made massive mistakes. But, we looked at the measurable ways in which these companies are doing good.
Look at the big picture.
Yeah.
Whole Foods?
Whole Foods really raised the standard for every grocery store. Whole Foods is not something that all of everyone in the world can access, and people joke that it's called whole paycheck. But they really started a conversation about where your food comes from. They've done a lot with not buying overfished, fish, and really taking care of where their poultry comes from and things like that. And now they are starting a chain called 365 that's going to be targeted with lower prices. It'll be very interesting to see what that looks like. But in terms of bringing that conversation to the table, so to speak.
Okay. The important thing also is to check those places where they actually want to do good versus those places where it's just for PR.
Exactly, yes.
The whole list is very interesting. Thank you, Leigh.
Thanks for having me.